Hello, I'm going to be talking to you about what it means to be a practicing studio artist working in non-digital mediums during COVID-19. So I first had to ask myself, what does artistic work even mean for me? Where am I when I'm making that work, and what tools and materials am I using? For context, before spring break, I was working in the digital fabrication studio in the studio art department, where I worked with a plotter, a laser cutter, making vinyl stickers, using Photoshop and Illustrator primarily. I was also planning a directed study that would result in an installation, and I was taking a drawing 2 class that was 4 hours once a week with our phones off that often involved demonstrations, guest speakers, occasional live models, and in-class critiques. The shift to online was first felt with a project that started before spring break. It was a narrative project that was based on the themes presented in my midterm post for this class, including biohacking, digital hacking, and the work of Heather Dewey Hagborg. This project is not complete. My intentions with it were to have it scanned using library resources in the digital scholarship commons. Unfortunately, those resources are no longer available, so I had to photograph and upload those images to Box to share them with my professor in my class. Um, so while I still have materials to keep working and making in the same way, the shift to in the way that I was documenting and sharing work became very clear and the most impactful change. One project that was assigned and completed while staying home was a collaborative drawing. So essentially, someone uploaded an incomplete image for me to complete. I do not have a printer or scanner at home, but I do have transparency paper and an old school overhead projector. So I used that to trace the image from my laptop and project it onto the wall to create this larger than life kind of fantastical pseudo installation. And what I found was that the physicality of the mediums and the scale and this like whimsical nature was actually what was allowing me to submerge myself in the work and escape from everything else. The difference with this project is that I went into it knowing that that its outcome would be shared digitally, and I uploaded it as a video. Moving forward, it's the end of the semester and end of undergrad. There are no more assignments. I will keep making and using what I have in a home studio space that did not exist before stay at home. I'm also planning on using what is available through the Digital Scholarship Commons and the university library system to digitize and exhibit of previous research and an installation that was done in the fall of 2019, so it can exist online and not just in my memory. As far as community goes, the availability of other artists' work online has and continues to inform research for my own work. And I still feel connected to artists and makers locally and otherwise through Instagram, the very least through following and sharing their work. And the bottom line is that I don't necessarily need to switch to working with digital mediums. I just need to switch the way I think about how all of my work can exist in an online space into the future. Thank you so much for your attention, and I will see you online.